Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I think a lot of people would look at that Notre Dame game and go, well, that's probably a loss. But Notre Dame at this point, they're still trying to figure out their quarterback situation. So they're trying to figure some things out up there. That could be big for Arkansas. That's, to me, as much as I think everybody's like, wow, this is an amazing game, this is a gigantic opportunity for Arkansas. They could legitimately beat Notre Dame this year. And if you get that done, you're probably going to be up in the top 25 early in the year.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I'm just going to tell you, I've got a really good feeling about the show today.
Oh, yeah?
I think we're going to go 3 hours without one technical difficulty.
Please don't jinx it.
I'm just going to step out there right now.
Why would you say that?
Bart and Edward, I don't know. I don't know who spent the most time here
They
yesterday.
call it a feeling.
But they've got everything fixed, and I feel good about our chances. I like our chances today. I really do.
Well, I feel worse, actually, now.
I do, too.
Because you did that.
Good.
Why did
Good.
you even have to go there?
Because
It's
I
in the
just
air now.
wanted to let you guys know I've got a good feeling and there's a little pressure on. But Bart confidently stated via text last night that the problems were fixed. Edward echoed his confidence, and I thought, wow.
That's
we're,
all that needed to be said.
We're good to go. Bart made the declaration. Edward endorsed it. So I believe him.
Are you or are you not connected to our phone system?
That's what I'm saying. I'm completely confident.
I am.
Congratulations, and really thank you, because I know you guys really did put a lot of time in.
Honestly,
yesterday.
it's fine. What really matters is how Chuck feels.
No, it's not.
Jinx
That's
and that
true.
sort of stuff. And
No,
like at the end of the day,
there is no broadcast jinx. There's
how
no
you
such thing
feel
as that.
is what's important around here. And I really just want to say I'm glad you feel good.
What I was trying to do was say thank you.
Yeah. Well, you
the,
did. You did. I had a tear come to my eye
know,
when I read your text last night. It was genuine. It was thank you for doing that. That was the text, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
Well, I mean,
That is
that's
sweet, Chuck.
That's about as nice as it gets.
That is.
I mean, like I
were
was
you able
moved.
to sleep after that?
I was moved.
you could feel the warmth,
I was
couldn't you?
moved.
You could feel it.
Yeah, like a little hitch. You got a
Sometimes
little pick up and
things
a giddy
get
up.
lost in translation, when you strictly text.
Oh.
Because you can't hear voice inflection, which really is always what
Do
tells
you ever
the story.
Do you ever get in that situation and just say screw it and pick up the phone and call them?
I do sometimes,
Yeah, and you just
yes.
can't. We can't
Yes.
keep doing this.
Yes.
The back and forth.
Right.
I don't
Drives me
understand. It's,
insane.
and yeah.
But I felt like last night, the fewer words, the better. Fewer words means more. Less is more in a situation.
You went
like
right
that.
to the heart of the
I
matter.
did. Thank you for
Thank
doing
you for doing that.
That's all. That's all that needed to be
and,
said.
and what wasn't said in there was if I had come back in here today and this wasn't fixed, all hell would have broken
No,
loose.
that's not true.
That's what was lost. That's talking about lost in translation.
We were
Thank
remarkably
you
calm in
for
here.
doing that. Well, I mean, you and I sat around and had coffee for an hour and just talked about life.
Yeah, I know.
It was actually you and I are closer for having had technical difficulties yesterday.
Well,
We were able to just kind of chat.
that's right. Yes.
Actually, that's pretty much what we do on the show.
That is pretty much it.
Just
We
pretty
sort of
much
catch
say
up.
Whatever. How about this, man? Petrino held a 27-minute news conference yesterday. They could not get enough of him. I mean, they just want to
He
hear.
just got going.
They want to hear the scientists speak.
I'm not sure there was ever 27 minutes when he was the head coach.
Oh, I mean, look, when you
Maybe.
talk once a year or whatever it is,
Yeah.
there's things to say. And that offense, when I hear, am I the only one? I know I'm not. Am I the only one when you hear all these quotes that we're going to play from Petrino today that just gets excited? He just has the ability, without being gregarious or this bombastic personality, he has the ability to get people excited in the most sort of matter-of-fact way.
Well, he's not really changed his delivery in terms of how he says it. And I think when people hear him speak confidently, in his offense, it reminds them of when he was the head coach. And there was every reason to be confident. And that would be my thought.
Yeah, you want to hear him?
Yeah.
You're going to play a clip?
Let's do it.
You know, his knowledge of defenses.
This is about Talon, by the way.
You know, his knowledge of defenses is way better, so he understands, which allows you to make quicker decisions. His accuracy is really improved. You know, his technique helps that. You know, he's an unbelievable, coachable young man, and he works hard at his technique, and that's helped him extremely. He knows the offense too, so that makes it better. That makes everything work a little quicker. You know, it was a pretty big jump from the speed of Boise State to the speed of the SEC, so it took him a while to get used to that, which windows close like that, you know, defensive ends are up the field like that. So I think you'll see his maturity.
9 wins immediately. As soon as I hear him speak, 9 wins. Just immediately, like I just bang. And did you listen? Did you hear him snap his fingers? I thought this was actually really insightful when he said.
It took him a while to get used to that, which windows close like that.
Yeah, the snap of the finger.
Windows close like that.
That's
you know,
a good
defensive
pickup.
ends are up the field like that.
We don't realize, even having watched as much SEC football as we've watched, when you go down on the field, if you ever are on the sideline for a game, how fast the game is and how big guys are and how fast they're moving. But when he talks about how quickly windows close and you're sitting on your couch and you're like, how can he throw it? That's so stupid. The guy was right there. Like everything is when, and I've never played that position and certainly like not at that level, but I've been around it enough to learn this, that you're making plays as a quarterback before, like, it's not like when you're playing in the backyard. There goes Bart across. I'm going to throw it to him now. You're throwing in these little windows, and you really don't even know necessarily what all is around the window you're throwing in. It's not like you can see the whole field and everybody out there. You're going off of how things are supposed to go based on what a defense does in this personnel, what you have out there, and you're making decisions before you can even really see whether it's open sometimes. It's so fast.
You make throws before receivers make cuts.
Yes.
I mean, you see that routinely.
Well, and you're throwing, there's a window on the offensive line, and then there's another window to wherever you're going. And if you don't throw it on time, it all closes and changes. And so that's way in the weeds. But it's funny because we sit around and act like this is easy because other people do it. But if you think about quarterback play, and we've talked a lot about quarterbacks relative to this season, teams at the top that don't have returning quarterbacks, all these preseason top 10 teams, and several of them have first-year starting quarterbacks. It's so hard to play quarterback. They can't fill the NFL with enough good starting quarterbacks. You can't even get 32? There are 32 NFL teams. You can't get 32 quarterbacks that can play at that level every year. Think about that. The best in the world, you can't find 32 of those guys that are good. I mean, how many NFL quarterbacks would you say are good? Half of them?
Well, they're all good, but
they're not good enough.
But they're not performing.
Well, that's what I mean. They're not good enough.
What's around them, the whole deal.
Yeah, they're not out there killing it. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
And so quarterback, that's how hard quarterback is. So when you think about a guy with experience in year 2 and coming back and in the growth that can happen there, and then you think about teams that are going to run a first-year starter out there, look, there could be a lot of great things about your team that help the quarterback, but that's a huge benefit for Arkansas this year. Just maybe a little perspective around that.
Here's the one thing that I wonder about, like, for example, with Georgia or Alabama or some of the more top-tier type teams that have new quarterbacks. Will their quarterbacks have the advantage that Talon did not have last year? And that's a top-shelf offensive line. You know, that's the quarterback's best friend. That's a new quarterback's best friend. It's a good offensive line because you've got a running game as a result of that. And it takes the pressure off. Talon did not have that luxury last year. Some of these other guys may. I don't know.
Let's go back to the scientist, Bobby Petrino, on that part of the team.
It starts with the offensive line. I feel like way more comfortable with the offensive line. You know, our size, our strength, our athletic ability. We got a couple centers we got 3 centers right now that are rotating in there playing really well. The tackles are doing a really nice job. We do have competition at the right tackle, E. Harris and Shaq. And E. Harris has gained weight. He's much stronger and more physical than he was a year ago. Kobe and Blackstock at the right guard are in good competition. It'll be fun to watch and see how that plays out. And then I feel really steady about our left side with Junior and Corey over there. So Corey's a really, really good football player, and Junior's at the right spot. It's been fun to watch.
10 wins.
Hey, Brandon Marcello was talking about him beating Notre Dame yesterday, and
Why not?
everybody got fired up about that.
I'm getting excited, man. Hearing Petrino, if that doesn't get you excited, hearing Petrino talk about the offense and the personnel. Listen, we could play all 27 minutes of what he had to say yesterday, and I think everybody'd be fine with it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
we could have another cup of coffee.
I mean, I can remember on his TV show when he'd break those
Oh.
3 or 4 plays down. It was like you could literally feel
It's freaking awesome.
the entire state glued to the television.
That big square he
Oh,
drew
yeah.
when Jarius Wright had those 300 yards catching against A&M, and he drew that big square in the middle of the field. He goes, they just kept leaving it open, so we just kept throwing it there.
I always said, man, with these coaches shows, you could play Houston Nutt's pregame speeches and Petrino breaking down the 3 plays of the game.
Yeah.
And people just watch
It's
it.
so
They
true.
just put it on a loop. They just watch it over and over and over
It's
again.
like Andy Griffin.
I know. It really is. There's a lot of truth to
You
that.
just play that at 11 o'clock.
Play the hits, baby.
Channel
Play
5,
the hits.
Channel 5 had the #1 ratings at 11 o'clock at night on Sundays forever because
That's
they
right.
played that show again and again.
They played
and again.
Andy Griffith. I mean, you knew like clockwork at 10:30 on Channel 5.
10:30.
After the news, Andy Griffith was going to
I know
play.
because we did that 30-minute sports show on Sunday night. We couldn't compete.
I mean, the guy's 70 years old. He's still kicking everybody's
I know.
butt.
It's the same
man.
thing. That's Houston Nutt pregame speeches or postgame or halftime or whatever, and Bobby Petrino
That's it.
breaking down plays
Play
of the
the
game.
hits.
Just play the hits. Speaking of which, Dari Noka, SEC Network, The Face, joins us next. Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
this is talking season, but this has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Y'all know me. I think we've got a good football team. I think we've got a really good football team.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, everybody sort of gets excited this time of year. And hearing Petrino talk yesterday was no exception to that.
You know, it's interesting. He speaks and, you know, unless you listen to him a lot, the first time you listen to him, it's like, man, he kind of talks with the same tone of voice, you know, for 27 seconds. But if you've heard him, you know, for a number of years, which we all have, we recognize the subtle, you know, changes in inflection there. We kind of have an idea when he means what he says a little bit more than other times. But it is interesting when he, when he gets on a little riff like that.
Our guy Dari Noka is joining us from the SEC Network.
We are the fortunate ones.
Also a radio host now in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, newsmaker,
and,
really.
Every time I get on social media now, I see some other great interview Dari had on. And he's really spanning the globe is what he's doing. He's you can find him all over the place. And we talked to him not long ago from SEC Media Days. He's back this morning. We're getting close. One more empty Saturday, Dari, and we have college football.
Yeah, thank goodness. I have never, ever looked more forward to K-State, Iowa State than I do right now.
I hear you.
Right? I mean, I'm digging in. You know, it's, Campbell and Kleiman, Farmageddon. I cannot wait. Is K-State wearing purple or white? Like, that matters to me right now. I just, man, I'm so excited to watch football.
Well, you're a talk show host now. I mean, you got to do a daily show now. So daily content matters. When you're just in the studio, it's like, hey, we got another Saturday off. But now when you're doing a daily show, that's a whole different deal.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the countdown, just like you guys, though, the countdown to the team we're following, you know, in that land is, 18 or, I don't even know, 17, 18, I don't even know what it's at now. But, yeah, I just want to see some football. Yeah. I guess it'd be 17 now, so that's good. But, yeah, man, it's something, you know, and then we get days like yesterday where it's like, oh, yeah, yep, that's right. You can have some actual news in August. So, you know, never fun, but actually often fun, but you never know what you're going to get, as you guys well know.
All right, I got to ask you, you've been on the air a while in Norman. Give us a sense of the Oklahoma fans. What do they expect this year? What do they think is going to happen?
I think, overwhelming optimism, Chuck, which you don't normally get from the Oklahoma fans. You know, I think it's a fan base that's used to a lot of winning, but then, like, the other shoe typically dropping. And so all this optimism that's been brewing over the last several weeks from the national people who have, you know, kind of been, expressing that they think OU's going to be much better, a dark horse in the SEC. All the news has been good with that offense. The defense looks great. They've avoided a real major injury to this point, knock on wood. And then voila, John Mateer, Venmo, sports gambling, what? And so yesterday was the day that the other shoe dropped. And so now I think everybody's just kind of trying to wake up this morning, brush themselves off a little bit, and hope that that thing kind of just dies down, and then they can get back to focusing on optimism for the football season.
Yeah. I believe them, actually.
I actually do,
Chuck
too.
and I were talking about this
I
earlier.
believe it.
You know, we're around these guys enough to know they are kids. They look like grown-ups playing football. They're not, and they do really silly things. And by the way, I think, I don't have a number here, but if I was going to guess, half of college football athletes are gambling. Like, I'm sorry. It's just happening. But I do believe him when he says this, because I can totally, and Brandon Marcello was with us yesterday and talked about this, I could totally see just one of these guys sending their buddy a Venmo and putting, like, the name of the game, like USC versus UCLA gambling debt.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's not real.
No, but now I'll just say this. I hope that his decision-making on the field is better than his decision-making when labeling a Venmo transaction.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That is pure moron-level idiocy. Like, in this day and age, right? I mean, it's like, $100. stuffing dead body in freezer. I mean, like, seriously.
Well, apparently Arch Manning had some similar stuff, although it wasn't related to gambling. So
his was a little more tawdry, I think. Yeah, a little more tawdry there, Arch. Yeah.
Hey, I was kidding, sort of tongue in cheek, about Bobby Petrino meeting with the media yesterday, and every time I play a soundbite, I go up like a couple of wins because he just has, I don't know, he has that effect. But I'm really interested to see, and we've talked about this before, Bobby Petrino and Taylon Green together year 2. But Arkansas also went out and they retooled their offensive line. They got, according to Pro Football Focus, the number 2 pass pro guy in the country last year out of Georgia Tech, Corey Robinson. And I think their offensive line's way better. I think they've got a lot of playmakers at receiver. When I hear Petrino talk, and he talks about speed multiple times in a news conference about different guys, like the running back being the fastest guy on the field, that's a home run threat, and he starts talking about 2 or 3 receivers that can really run. I mean, that's Petrino type stuff. When you hear about Petrino, going back to when he was the head coach, if you go from then till now, when you hear about Petrino and offense, do you feel the same way about his ability to be, worth a touchdown a game or whatever we want to, however we want to quantify it?
Yeah, I don't know if we quantify, but yes, like, absolutely. There are certain people synonymous with certain sides of the ball. And in my mind, you've got Bobby Petrino, you've got Lane Kiffin, you've got Steve Sarkisian. I'm starting to lose that with Hugh Freeze, but I always kind of had it with Hugh Freeze. Lincoln Riley. Yeah, there are certain people synonymous with offense, and he's one of them, and that never changed, even though he struggled, obviously, at Louisville in his second term there. But if you're telling me I'm going to hire a guy that can design an offense, put people in position to succeed, create something that's damn fun to watch and damn difficult to stop, he'd be one of the first guys. Now, my knock on him has always been people skills. But if you're just simply asking me about coaching, then yes, I absolutely still think of him that way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. I think Arkansas, I know people here don't want to get excited, some of them, for whatever reason, but I think they have a chance to surprise some people. They've just got a brutal schedule. We've heard about Oklahoma.
Let me ask you guys this, though. Is part of that hesitation, because this would be mine, part of the hesitation in predicting a surprise for Arkansas is you simply look at the roster and you don't know the names.
Yeah.
Except for Taylon Green. Like, you really don't know. On offense, you don't know the names. And if you go to pick your depth chart, you're like, you see transfer. You mentioned Corey Robinson. I know OU went after him hard. And I know they weren't the only ones. Like, that is a legitimate dude. But I just think people, if you don't know the names, then it's tough to make any sort of real positive prediction.
Yeah, I get that. And I think that's what makes the league unpredictable in some ways this year. I think the same is true of Texas Tech. And they went out and spent a bunch of money in NIL, but can you name a bunch of guys on their roster? Do you know exactly who they are and how they play? Xavier Sori, Arkansas's linebacker, who could be an all-SEC guy, was a backup at Georgia. He just wasn't getting playing time, so he came here. Larry Worth was a walk-on at Jacksonville State and then got a scholarship there and then came here. He's a starter that played well last year and could be an all-SEC guy. As you go watch them, in person, I mean, their DBs are bigger than I can remember them ever being. I mean, they got like 6'2", 6'3" corners. I mean, that just, one of them's from Oklahoma, I think. That's the thing. When you talk about who's going to be good this year, and Chuck's been talking about this quite a bit on and off the air, what about these teams that are expected to compete for a national championship that have first-year quarterbacks?
Which is all of them in this league, except for LSU. If you consider LSU one of those teams, I do consider them that. But no, I mean, it's very, very true, right? So the amount of stock in Arch Manning, because he's Arch Manning, is through the roof. To have a team sitting at number 1 with a first-year starting quarterback surprises me in the AP. But at the same time, I would have had Ohio State. So I'm sitting here and I'm doing the same thing. But yeah, like a first-year starting quarterback is certainly significant. You put a lot of stock in what we saw from him last year, which is probably fair, in Steve Sarkisian, which is probably fair. But here's the other thing about Texas. They are replacing 4 starters on the offensive line. Significant. But there may not be a better wide receiver room. There may not be a better linebacker room. And they are loaded on every level of that defense. And by the way, I don't know if there's a better running back room, because you get C.J. Baxter back and put him with a 1,000-yard guy in Trey Wisner, who now they're going to split carries. So they are built for success everywhere. And if you're a first-year quarterback, you've got that has at least some collegiate experience. I don't care if your name's Manning or, anything else. Like, you've got an opportunity. So I get it. They're really, really loaded. But yeah, Alabama, same story. Georgia, same. I'm more worried about Georgia than any of them, to be honest. Like, I love Alabama because, I'm going to trust Kalen DeBoer, and now he's got Ryan Grubb, and they've clearly got skill all over the field. Georgia worries me a little bit more, just because I just know less about. I thought Gunnar had some good moments against Notre Dame, but certainly not great moments against Notre Dame. He had a lot of bad moments. They've clearly just, at some point, all of these draft picks are going to start catching up to them. Transfers, like you're talking about, are going to start catching up to them. I'm a little more sheepish, frankly, on Georgia than I am Texas and Alabama, but I'm with a lot of people that do think those two will be really good.
Hey, you mentioned Texas replacing 4 starters on the offensive line. Among the teams that are picked at the top, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, that group, who's got the best offensive line? I mean, based on what you've heard, who's got a chance to be the best up front? That may be the team that wins it.
Best on what we know is Alabama. I mean, Alabama's got 2, their center and then their left tackle. Those are pretty good places to start. Proctor's legit. I mean, he's, I know that his people want to question him as a true freshman. That's a difficult thing to put him in as a true freshman starter. I thought he was a lot better last year, and then obviously bigger things expected this year. He's a first-team All-American by all accounts. I think Alabama would be the offensive line that I trust, but so now we're going to find out more about Sark's depth and how he's done in the portal up front. And I think that they have a chance to be really, really good, but I just don't know. But based upon what we know and returning experience, I would say Alabama among those 3.
Every time I see something from Alabama, I just feel like I'm having an identity crisis. It just doesn't feel the same. It's just so weird. I'm like, look at that guy wearing an Alabama hat. Like, who is this Ryan Grubb guy, the offensive coordinator? Caleb Bourne. Like, this just doesn't make sense. It's so weird. I don't know if it's like that for anybody else, but it's so weird to me.
Oh, it is.
No, it is. It's weird to me, too. I mean, I agree with you. And then to have these kind of expectations placed on a team with that other random guy wearing Nick Saban's clothes, just size, extra large. It's strange, man. It is strange. I'm with you, Bo.
Hey, we got to run in a second, but let me get your take real quick on this. The college football playoff, and if it expands, and I know Drink made some comments, maybe on the SEC Network yesterday, about the playoff expanding, but there's so few teams that are ever in the hunt for the playoff. Do you think that college football needs to figure out a way to make more fan bases feel like they have a chance? Maybe not every year, but every 3 to 5 years, more teams have a chance than just the traditional powers. And with that,
but I do now.
Go ahead. What'd you say? I lost you for a second.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in a tough zone here, real quick. I didn't used to believe that, but I love where we are now. If you want to give me 4 more teams and more relevant games in November, I'm kind of for it. My opinion has changed over time. 16 I feel like would be the most I'd ever want to see in. But yeah, like I enjoyed November. I enjoyed more games mattering from around the country than just a handful, 6 or 7. So I understand it diminishes the importance of every week of the regular season. Whoever wins and loses in Columbus next week or week 1 is going to be just fine. And that certainly is different for us old school guys. But yeah, I've come around. I like the idea of more teams being relevant later in the season.
Dari, it's always great to catch up, man. Have a day. Do it.
Thank you, Dari.
I will, bro. You got it, guys. Good to talk to you again.
All right, talk soon. Appreciate it. Dari Noka, SEC Network. D-Face.
I made a lot of notes.
The SEC Network. Did you? Are you ready? Are you ready for the show now?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because that was sort of the goal.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of get warmed up.
I got you.
And see
Everybody's loose now.
see if we can just get rolling. They'll be rolling all day at First Security Bank, helping you bank better, Chuck.
I know.
You want to go in there
all day, every day.
All day, every day. It's just friendly Arkansas folks helping Arkansas people bank better. You can bank better with more convenient locations. You can bank better when you have friendly people that you want to deal with, and that's what you get at First Security Bank. Member FDIC, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
had comfortable shoes before they started coming out with like On Clouds and Hokas.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here around on our rear ends talking sports. I mean, I shouldn't, it doesn't make any sense to put on like boots, something like that. It doesn't make any sense.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
See, Bart, what you're missing on that as we come back from the other show that we do during the breaks in the studio here with AM radio. Should AM radio go away? Should we keep AM radio? That was the topic during the break. I don't know how it started. Rush Limbaugh was in there.
We started talking about the
Respond to Dari.
Yeah, Respond to Dari.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how back in the day when Rush was at his zenith, stations would do a show after Limbaugh called Respond to Rush. And it had just as much listenership as Rush did way back when.
So then we got into AM. You said he single-handedly saved AM radio.
I did say that.
And so for those of you under 30, sorry, but we're talking about what
talking about
talk
old man
radio
stuff.
used to be on,
We're talking
which
like
was
your
just
dad.
AM radio.
That's right.
That was
Never heard.
exclusively talk radio. FM was for music. AM was for talk radio.
The entire time I did sports rap, it was on
I
AM
know.
radio in
I know.
Northwest Arkansas.
I know.
Never on an
and
FM
and
station.
then when it got dark early,
I
you would
know.
just go
you
away.
couldn't even hear it at the mall.
You couldn't hear it out of the parking lot.
No, you couldn't hear it at the mall.
Yeah.
It was an unbelievable thing.
It was friggin' awful. And so Bart's like, yeah, you don't need AM radio anymore, and he holds up his phone. Everything's on your phone. Well, the thing about AM radio is all you need is power. But you can always hear it, like the good signals. That's why they want to save AM radio in case of an emergency.
I didn't
weather
say
emergency.
AM radio should go away.
Well, I'm saying you say we don't need it anymore.
I just
agree.
said
I don't listen to
everything's
it.
on your phone.
I mean, I can't listen. I haven't put an AM radio station on. Maybe outside of
Most
being
cars
in
don't even have them.
But there are some big cities that's still what talk radio is
I know.
on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But that's the only time I ever even think about an AM station. It doesn't even cross my mind.
Right, yeah.
But if things go south here, we're going to be on one. No, we'll have to get billboards all up and down the interstate. Chuck and Bo, AM 1030.
Hey. Well, I always love to listen to KMOX.
I'd be like, what do you mean? You're on at 1030 in the morning? What?
AM 1030.
Going to be doing dial-a-trade,
That's right. Hey, that's when radio was great.
It's good. The phone lines are working today. 877-377-6963. I want to put an APB out for Eddie. I want to know how his 2-month vacation in the Hamptons was, and I want to welcome him back. Yes, bring it, Eddie. Come on. I'm getting excited about football season. Listen, I got a pitcher of Kool-Aid if anybody wants some.
You really do.
I'm ready to just I'm on it.
Oh, Lord!
Yes. Kool-Aid, mimosas, whatever you want to call it, I've got you covered. I'm here, and I'm ready to give it to you.
I thought it was interesting listening to Dari a minute ago about the optimism at Oklahoma. I mean, we are at the point where, and I know there are always going to be people, we're terrible, everything's going to be awful. But most of the people, by the time you get to that first game, are probably more excited than not. It is interesting to me, though, Oklahoma thinks last year was an aberration, that they will return to blue blood status very quickly. They may. But I'm not so sure. It's a whole different deal now. And the SEC has, they've done Texas a lot of favors, hadn't done Oklahoma very many. But I don't know if it's going to be an aberration or not, but they think it is.
Here's Oklahoma's schedule just real quick. Illinois State, Michigan, who I do not think is going to be very good, at Temple, Auburn, Kent State, Texas at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, at South Carolina, Ole Miss, at Tennessee, at Alabama, Mizzou, and LSU.
That is a rough road back half now. I mean, they could get to 4-1, 5-0, and then the bottom could fall out.
They could lose 7 straight.
I mean, they could lose out. Seriously. And I'm not knocking them. It's a tough league. I mean, that's just kind of how it is, and that's why I say I'm just not convinced that it's going to be a one-off.
They've been really poor, by the way, on the road under Brent Venables. They've been great at home, 15-4, 6-8 on the road under Venables.
I'm going to make some people mad when we come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We're going to talk
Okay.
about records and schedule, and we're going to talk about outcomes, and we're going to talk about how the season's going to go.
Okay.
And it's going to make some people angry. Like if you are an unhappy person, you might want to just stay out of the next segment. Otherwise, you could get I could upset you.
Wow.
And I know.
Are you going to shower people with positivity, Bo?
I may.
All right.
I may.
All right.
I may. What
Put
is-
on the rose-colored glasses.
I may touch some hearts. I may touch some hearts when we come back, Chuck. 877-377-6963. Hey, by the way, if you're dealing with personal injury, struggling to get Social Security disability, or drowning in debt, you can call the team that fights for our cans. It's Bill Reynolds and the attorneys at Cadell Reynolds. They know how to get results when it matters most. From car wrecks to denied disability claims to filing for bankruptcy, they've got your back. Don't face it alone. Call Cadell Reynolds today, 866-314-3728, or you can visit CadellReynolds.com for a free consultation. Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
one of the great non-married times of my life, I'll tell you that. To meet Chuck Berry, only thing that's even close to is meeting Bo.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, when we talk about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, most of the time we're talking about buying a home. All the ways that they can help you get into a home, how they're pros at finding extra money and all sorts of ways that you can benefit. But when it comes time to list your home, you want to make sure you list your home with somebody who can get the job done for you, because it is your biggest asset. In most cases, your home's your largest asset. List it with somebody who's been around a while, someone who has connections, someone who's got a list of buyers in his head as he drives down the road. That's what you're going to get with an agent from Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because they are part of our community, and they have been for a long time. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978. So when it comes time to list your home, remember the name, Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. They're in Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson, and you can always log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
You want to come over here now to Kool-Aid Corner?
Yeah. What do you got brewing over there?
I'm going to set up shop this year at the games, like in lot 44, in the pit.
I think we need the visual of a Kool-Aid stand.
And we also need the Kool-Aid man.
That's what I'm going to do.
Crashing through a wall.
Sweet.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's awesome.
If you guys don't mind, I'd like to just run you through a bit of an exercise here. Last year's schedule, Arkansas lost 21-17 to Texas A&M, okay? They lost 34-10 to LSU. They lost 63-31 against Ole Miss. They lost 20-10 against Texas. They lost 28-21 against Missouri. Okay. There were 2 games they kind of got blown out. The other games I just gave you the losses were games they were in the second half or the fourth quarter.
3 games that could have been won.
Now let me ask you this question as we get Kool-Aid Corner. That's where we are. Brought to you by me, Bo. We're in Kool-Aid Corner. Is Arkansas better than they were last year? Okay, I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer for you. Yes, I think they're better. I've seen them. I think they're better. Okay? Can Arkansas win more games based on being better? Yes, they can. And if that bothers you, we're going to talk more about it in the next hour, so you might want to go away. Because today is Kool-Aid Corner. Why not drink the Kool-Aid? Why not?
You got to flip A&M.
It's not going to kill you.
You got to flip A&M. You got to flip Mizzou. If you do that, if you did that, you were 8-4. You win your bowl game. You do exactly what you did the season you went to Tampa.
I left the Oklahoma State game out.
Yeah.
They should have won that game.
Yeah.
That game is Memphis this year.
Could be.
And they're going to go to Oxford, and what are they going to do? They're going to pour that Kool-Aid. They're just going to dump that Kool-Aid over everybody in the Grove.
Pour some Kool-Aid on me.
Dance on their tailgates on the way out. Kool-Aid Corner. Good morning.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataracts started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at StonebreakerHotel.com.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
So I spent yesterday. You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
If you're looking for one of these shows that just sort of eases into it in the morning, you're not quite awake for this. I mean, you might just start picking us up around 6:30 because we just dive right in.
Well, I've been up a while.
I'm not sure I'm ready for it. I'm talking to the person listening right now that their alarm goes off with the Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah.
By the way, that's half of America. I don't know if you've seen the ratings. That's half of America.
Astronomical.
It's Chuck and Bo, Fox News, and then whatever else.
And it's close at the top. Don't kid yourself.
The Chuck and Bo show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Welcome in to Kool-Aid Corner. I'm Bo. He's Chuck. But this corner over here is the Kool-Aid Corner, and I'm passing it out. I got excited when Petrino spoke yesterday. I got excited when I went to practice. I got excited when I talked to Sam Pittman.
Set up a Kool-Aid stand right over here by his microphone.
Oh, and for those of you that act like that's some sort of negative, are you drinking the Kool-Aid? I'm not. Wow, you're not? Man, isn't that cool? Actually, it's Kool-Aid. Like, come on, get in here. Like, let's go. What is there? How are you getting fleeced? Like, what are you worried about? I'm not falling for that again. Falling for what? What are you going to fall for? Instagram buy? A Facebook buy? They got you on a Facebook ad and you bought 2 go-karts for $70 and they never showed up? Is that what you think is happening here? Can they be better? Will they be better than they were last year? Is this team going to be better than they were a year ago?
Well, that's a question that cries out for the Situation Room.
Oh, Chevy of Fayetteville, let's drive together. Let's drive, Bart.
So, like, I wanna like go with you on your journey to the Kool-Aid Corner.
Listen, man,
I really do.
Listen, don't patronize me. Like, if
No,
you want to
I-
get in here, get in. Don't tell me you'd really like to go with me if you're not coming.
My thing is, I cannot right now, where we sit today,
in good conscience,
answer that question. I don't know if Arkansas is better than they were last year.
Well, that's where faith comes in, Bart. I mean, come on.
So good. Yes, sir.
Give me some of that, baby Billy. Fire up the baby Billy.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Here we go.
Life got you feeling down. Baby Billy's Health Elixir will lift you up.
Yes, it will.
Heal the spirit to heal the body.
Cold, flu, strep.
This is the
even
Kool-Aid
COVID.
right here.
Every disease cured with ease by this blessed formula based on ancient scripture. You just drink this tasty coconut silkiness every morning, and that's it. Done. $100 for 1 month jug. Additional jugs only $65 a pop. And I make nothing. Zero. Zilch. By the time I pay all my scientists, all my people in my research department, lab coats, it's a wash. Well, why you do it then, baby Billy? Well, because I'm selfless. And I want to heal as many people as the dear Lord lets me.
That's where I am.
See, that's where faith comes
Baby
in right
Billy's
there.
Health Elixir. A miracle in a bottle.
Like, why not,
approved by the FDA.
Why not buy in? It's not costing you anything. It's not costing you anything. This isn't even that. This isn't costing you a thing.
Nobody's trying to fool you.
I ain't making zilch on this.
That's right. By the time we pay our scientists, by the time we pay Bart and Edwards, there's nothing left.
Yeah. It's so good. Oh, so
Go ahead,
listen,
Bart.
Listen, why not, Bart?
Well, there are just so many players who transferred out of the program and who transferred into the program. It's just an unknown situation, right? And for a lot of these guys who transferred into the program, they're not transferring in from the SEC, right? They're transferring in from outside the league. They're coming from other schools, whether it's the Big 12, the Big 10, the ACC, the artist formerly known as the Pac-12, like wherever they're coming from. They haven't faced this level of competition yet, and you don't know how guys are going to respond when they're actually out there going against those guys. And some of these, like the offensive line may look great in practice and scrimmages. The running backs may look great in practice or scrimmages, but we just don't know. There are too many new faces for me to sit here and say, yeah, they're going to be a lot better.
Bo.
Like, there's a whole new wide receiver room. Yes, Bo, please.
Bo's got his hand up.
Can't the opposite also be true?
100%.
Okay, that's why it's the Kool-Aid, Bart. That's why it's the Kool-Aid corner. You either get into the Kool-Aid corner or you live over here. You live over here in the non-Kool. Like, if you don't want Kool-Aid, that's fine. Don't come over here. The ice cream truck is driving by. You don't have to have any.
I think Taylon Green is going to be a lot better this year. I think he's going to be a lot better if he stays healthy. And that makes all the difference in the world. You know, that makes all the difference in the world. But you still have to have protection for him.
Is the offensive line going to be better, Bart?
I don't know.
I do. They're going to be better.
What about the receivers?
100% they're going to be better.
Will there be a tight end that steps up?
Yes. The multiple tight ends. They love the tight end room.
More than one.
They're better at receiver than they were last year. Better. B-E-T-T-E-R. Better.
I mean, you had the SEC leading receiver and a guy who's in
one
the
guy.
NFL.
One. They got a lot of guys now.
Yeah, well, they have a guy who's catching passes for the Detroit Lions and looking pretty good in preseason.
Where did he
as well.
come from before he got to the SEC?
Right.
What school was he at?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you definitively say that they're better at that position?
I'm not definitively saying. I'm saying
Because
that
they
I
have,
think
like-
they are, and you're saying you don't know.
Yeah.
Well, nobody does.
Right.
So why does the tendency then go to negative instead of it actually maybe being positive?
I think it's a natural thought process when you see so many people depart a program and so many new faces come into the program. I think the thought is how are we going to be better after losing all those people?
After losing guys off a 6-win team,
I got
and
a
then
question.
trying to get better?
Do you feel better after hearing Petrino talk yesterday? Because I know a lot of people who do.
That coach speak doesn't move me.
It
the
doesn't.
way
It really.
the way it.
Hold on.
Well, if you now hang on. Now,
This
hang
isn't
on.
coach speak. This is the coach speaking. There's a difference. Listen to Mike
That
Washington.
can take it the distance.
Oh, what?
We get a running back that can take it the distance.
What?
We get a running back that can take it the distance.
I
So
mean-
that was fun. You don't have to call so many plays when he can take it and go score. Flashes a Niall Davis out there faster than anybody else on the field. So that's fun. That's really enjoyable.
Now, why would he make that up?
I'm not saying he would.
Oh Lord!
You doubt Bobby.
That's not what I'm saying
You
at all.
doubt. How could you?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
How could you?
Bart says he can't come.
Yeah. How could you doubt him? Bart, he tried to tell you. He just put it out there for everybody to see yesterday. I mean, did you hear what he said about Monte Harrison? I mean,
Honestly, like the
This guy's
thing that
back.
grabbed my attention the most of everything that Bobby Petrino said was when he talked about the running backs and how much better blockers they are this year.
Well, that is sexy, but
you couldn't protect the
I
quarterback
paid more
last year.
attention to the take it to the house part.
You
That's
could
just
not.
me.
You could not protect the quarterback last year. The offensive line play last year was
You're
brutal.
right. You're right.
It was
You're
horrendous.
right.
It was.
And there was no blocking
It was.
help from the running back.
It was. Let me go cool.
And
Kool-Aid.
so
It's
if you're
better.
better there,
Yeah,
if
it
you're
is.
better there,
It is
then,
better.
then you are better.
It's better. It's better.
If you're better there,
hey,
then you're better.
Do you trust me?
I do.
It's better.
Okay.
Now, so this is a real test of our relationship. So I just told you it's better, and you trust me.
Yeah.
So that's Kool-Aid. I poured Kool-Aid in your cup. Now drink it. Right now. Do it. Come on. Okay. Yep. Tastes good, doesn't it? So now that's over. Now when you walk around and you run into somebody at the grocery store, you look them in the eye and you say, they're better on the offensive line. This is how it works, Chuck.
I know.
And I'm not even charging for it.
I understand. These are life lessons. I mean,
Brian.
I think I do want to say this. I think
right.
they're going to be a lot better defensively than people think.
why do you think that?
Because I think there's talent on that side of the ball that maybe hasn't been that maybe wasn't getting an opportunity at other places.
Okay.
Like these they've got some highly like guys who are highly touted coming out of high school.
That sounds Kool-Aid like.
Why do you believe that about the defense, but not the offense? What?
Because
what
you're the one saying it, Bo.
You want to know why? You want to know why? Bridges, 15th ranked player coming out of high school. Singletary, 5th ranked player coming out of high school. Sorry, 7th ranked player coming out of high school. Okay. Let's go to the offensive line. 197, 110.
Got it highlighted.
322.
You can't believe that stuff.
265.
Yeah.
Like that's not the end all be all. I
agree.
I understand.
I hear what you're
that,
saying.
But there's proven talent, at least at some form or fashion on the defensive side of the ball. I actually think people aren't talking about the defense enough.
Yeah. Listen, you're making me feel better. I mean, really, because I believe in the offense.
You just poured some Kool-Aid for
yes,
balls.
yes. Pass that over here. Okay, this is going to be really good. I have no doubt. Brian from Ozark has called in a Kool-Aid Corner. Brian, good morning.
What up? How you doing?
I'm great.
I just wanted to, me too. So I want to agree with Bart because what they look like
Brian
in practice
I don't want
means nothing. You know, when you get these defenses like A&M and, naturally Texas, they're coming after Arkansas to put every player out of the game that they can. They're not going to play with little kid gloves.
Wow.
To where when they're in practice, they're not trying to hurt each other.
Jeez.
These other teams are looking to hurt Arkansas.
Wow.
They're looking to take Taylon Green out of the game. That's a big difference.
That's pretty insightful.
Yeah, well, it's I'm just saying.
So is that your point? Just so I'm clear. So your point was that games are different than practice?
That's the point.
Practice means nothing. It means nothing.
That's right.
Really? Now, where did you learn that?
Right.
Did you learn that as a kid? Did you learn that as a grown-up? That practice means
I learned
nothing.
From watching the Bo and Chuck show.
You're assuming we practice.
He goes so childlike so quickly.
Yeah, he dropped that microphone.
He's like, he comes in and pretends to be an adult. And then he gets so tired of being an adult so quickly.
That's funny.
You're ugly, and your mom is too. And then he hangs up.
Slam the phone
It's
down.
the second day of school, Brian.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
It's the third day in some places.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, some people started today. I heard Shiloh starts today. Hey, all the kids going to Shiloh this morning. Good luck with your first day of school.
By the end of the week, I guess everybody will be in school, pretty much. I mean, not the college kids, but high school kids.
I know there's some
Public
parents.
school
I know
kids.
there's some parents that are like, "Let's go. Let's get whatever
Well,
school
they
we're
start
at.
earlier
Let's
every
go."
year. I mean, it'll
Yeah.
start in July before you know it.
How many snow days do you think we're going to have this year?
I don't know.
How about Bart? Have you read the Farmer's Almanac?
No.
How many
No,
snow
I have
days are
not.
we going to have this year? All right, we'll take more calls coming up. It's Kool-Aid Corner. Get on in here. Bart has started off being sort of doubtful. And then he came on strong at the
Yeah.
end, and he thinks Arkansas is going to have
He actually poured fuel
one
on
of
the
the
fire.
Yeah, one of the best defenses in the country is what I heard.
Not being talked about
Is that
enough.
what you heard, Edward? I heard one of the best
Don't
defenses in the
sleep
country.
on that defense.
You want to know what I heard?
What'd you hear?
This is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got thirst on the run. Get a big wide happy ear to ear. Kool-Aid's mine.
We were not very demanding back then. were we?
That was back when we were wholesome.
Yeah, that's
You know?
right.
You
That's
know what?
right.
This
we
is
were wholesome then.
If you can't get on board with wholesome, I got no time for you. Go into Blakeman's and celebrate Kool-Aid Corner.
They're wholesome.
They are wholesome, and they'll help you celebrate your wholesome moments in life. Go in there and say, "I want something wholesome," and they'll say, "Look at the whole store. Look at everything here is wholesome. Here's a memory. There's a memory. Mark your milestone. Mark your journey." And let's talk about it right over here at Cafe B. We can pour you Kool-Aid, Prosecco, or coffee. From
It's
Onyx.
National Prosecco Day.
It is National Prosecco Day. So go in there and have a Prosecco and have a look around. It's a beautiful place. But honestly, it is more than jewelry. It's about your story at Blakeman's. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. If you need an emergency contact, just write the Chuck and Bo Show. We'll be your emergency contact.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors The Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal price check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
we keep threatening to show behind the scenes live on the stream. It's going to happen someday. We're all going to get fired for it. There's just like total chaos.
It's mayhem around here. It really is.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, we hear Bo talk a lot about jet aircraft. And you know, when you talk about them, the thing that I always think about is that when you do it that way, I mean, you are more than just a number. I mean, when you fly commercially, and look, sometimes that's what's called for. But, man, you become a number in a hurry. With jet aircraft, that's never the case. Customer care and service, they prioritize your experience from booking to landing with service that is built around you. No blackout dates, things like that. If you need to stay overnight, no problem. There's lots of things coming up this fall. There's football season coming up. There are games. If you find yourself in a spot where you want to get together some friends, you want to go watch the Hogs play, Jet Aircraft is the way to go. Visit jetnwa.com. That's Jet with 2 T's.
Dang right, Chuck. Absolutely.
Dang right.
And don't go with some of those national companies because there's a lot of things they don't tell you on the front end. You can trust a local outfit like Jet Aircraft. JetNWA.com. Ani has phoned in. Ani, what can we do for you here on Kool-Aid Corner?
Well, let's talk about something happy that's really not football related. I make Christmas stockings, and I want want you at some point, maybe in September, pick out a Christmas stocking for your grandson. And
wow.
I will bring it up to the studio, and I will have his name ready to embroider on this Christmas stocking that you pick.
Wow.
So
that is so nice of
his
you.
Name.
That is so, yeah, Ryder. R-Y-D-E-R, Ryder. Ryder Lane, L-A-Y-N-E, Mattingly.
Well, I can only get, generally, I can
just Ryder.
Ryder's room.
Yeah, Ryder will work.
I just have room to put the first name.
Chuck steps in.
I've been making Christmas stockings for over 20 years for my brother's clients.
Yes.
And he retired last fall, so now I'm kind of trying to go out on my own and have a little side
That's
hustle.
awesome. That's great.
So,
do you have a website or anything? We can give you a
Not
plug.
yet.
Okay. Well, when you get your information, let us know. We'll give you a plug. By the way,
not yet.
Would you mind? Would you make one also that says Chuck? I want to give Chuck. But can it be from me?
To Chuck from Bo?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Chuck for Christmas.
Well,
That's
Bo,
a lot of embroidery.
I am giving you a stocking as a freebie, but
Yeah,
if
I'll
you're going
pay
to be
for it.
giving Chuck
Yeah,
one,
I'll pay for it.
It's going to be about like $175.
Holy
Are you
cow.
Okay with that?
Yes.
Hey,
Actually,
okay,
yes, I
let
am.
me-
Actually, yes.
Let me explain. Let me explain why they are that expensive. This is done by needle and thread. I do not use a sewing machine.
Yeah, they said that
And
stuff you
some
get
of
at
the
Hobby
kits-
Lobby.
Some of the kits have, up to 130 pieces.
Yeah.
So some of these stockings take me 35 to 45 hours to make.
Well, maybe we should just do Bo then. It's 2 letters. Maybe we'll just go that.
Well, no, it doesn't matter what the name is.
Okay.
It's the length of time that it and
The
that
whole thing
I
made from
don't-
scratch. Wow.
Yes, literally made from scratch.
That's amazing.
So yeah, and my brother's clients were just like amazed, and I've had some that were sent to Europe. I've had some sent to Hawaii, California, New York. But the majority of them are in the area. So,
Bonnie, thank you.
I need
That is
to
an
stay
amazing
busy.
thing. That is an amazing thing.
Okay.
And you let us know if you get a website. We'll get you something going.
Definitely.
Yep. Thank
so
you.
I'm going to be on vacation mid-September.
All right.
So I can't come up there now because I start work at 7 in the morning.
We're
so
in
that's
we got
out.
a long time to Christmas, and we really appreciate the generosity. And I will
Okay.
purchase. I'm serious. I will purchase one for Chuck.
Okay. I think I've got about 6 or 7 made. So
Okay.
either you can pick it out for him or he can pick it out.
I think you should pick it out. I don't think we need to. I think you should just pick it out. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Ani.
you, Bo.
What a sweetheart. Well, isn't that just something?
That is really nice.
And how do you always come out with a win?
I don't know. That was nice of you, though. $175 bucks.
Listen, Chuck, you'll always have it.
Wow.
You always have it. And when you're sitting there alone on Christmas Eve contemplating your life and you look at that stocking hanging up by the on the mantle.
Oh, I'm going to put it right here.
You'll say, somebody loves me.
I'm going to put it right here.
This is Bo. This is Bo's so wholesome. He has care for me.
That's right. That's
And
right.
He got me a stocking.
That's right.
I mean, listen, you got to be comfortable with who you are to do that, and I am. And I want to
can-
give you a stocking.
I could
for
feel the
Christmas.
personal security
Yes.
when you said that. I could. That's a man who's secured himself
Yeah,
right there.
Well, I had my therapy yesterday.
Oh,
you know,
good,
it's as long as I stay on track.
Yeah, you're good
you
for
know,
a couple of days
I'm
now.
good for a couple of days. Lane in Cave City. Good morning. Did Lane go? I don't know about all this.
I don't want any part of this.
He's like, like this is we started with Kool-Aid Corner and now we're doing Christmas stockings.
I like Kool-Aid Corner.
I do too. Let's get back to that. 877-377.
Bart's got one foot in the corner and 1 foot out.
Seriously, Bart literally gave me the stiff arm. I tried to give him some Kool-Aid. He gave me the stiff
but
arm.
he was easing back in by the time he was finished
Then
talking.
after giving me the stiff arm, he made me drink some.
Yeah.
And then after that, Bart, let me just go back. I want to see if this worked. Is Arkansas's offensive line better this year?
I hope so.
We talked about this. So we got a call or a
I would like to
text.
think so. I would like to think
That's
so.
not what we're doing here, Bart. Like everybody, it's just pick a side. Like pick a belief. It's like pick what you think's going to happen.
I bragged on the defense. What more do you want from me?
Obviously, nobody knows for sure. But if you think the offensive line, honestly, if you think the offensive line isn't going to be better, I don't even know what to say to you. Like, how can it not be? They went out and got a better. They just went out and got good players. They got a guy that was number 2 in the country at Pass Pro last year at Georgia Tech. They've got 3 centers and they think they're all good. What do you like? What's the problem?
Come on over, Bart.
Seriously.
Come on.
Have a sip, man.
They haven't played in the
It's not gonna hurt you.
SEC, man. They have not gone against the types of defensive lines and defensive units that they will face every week in this league. It's just different.
That doesn't mean they're not going to be better than they were last year. They were awful last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a low bar. It's a low bar.
Well, why are you holding out?
Okay.
They're going to be better.
They're going to be better, Bo. They're going to be better on the offensive
You've
exactly
just
line.
broken
right.
him down.
Yes.
You finally
Jeez.
just broke him
now,
down.
When I come, now I'm going to do this again. And when I come back to you later in the show, if you waffle again, I'm going to be pissed because we've dealt with this twice now.
I bragged on the defense a lot. What more do you want from me?
Sometimes you got to break it down. You've bragged on the defense. You've finally conceded the offensive line is better. You've said already that Taylon Green is better. So you're still kind of iffy. You're iffy on the receivers. Is that fair?
My Taylon Green being better take is mostly about Bobby Petrino and trusting Bobby Petrino.
But you think he's going to be better, though?
Oh.
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you think
I think
Mike Washington's going to be better than Jaquindon Jackson?
Is he going to stay healthy?
All right.
Good mercy.
Yeah. So of all the things we've talked about,
yes,
you're concerned about receivers and Mike Washington staying healthy.
Well, no, I'm mostly concerned about pass protection.
Okay, all right.
If that's what I'm most concerned about with this entire team, because it was so bad last year. Taylon Green took so many hits, and there were so many turnovers.
We know that.
And so
we know how bad it was last year. We know how bad it was.
Yeah.
I want you to come back over here to Kool-Aid Corner.
Okay.
I've got somebody that wants to talk to you.
Okay.
That guy that you believe in. And his name's Coach Petrino.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with the offensive line.
There
I
we
feel
go.
like way more comfortable with the offensive line.
Oh, what? Huh? turn that up a little bit. will
It
ya?
starts with the offensive line.
Yeah.
I feel like way more comfortable with the offensive line. You know, our size, our strength, our athletic ability. We got a couple centers we got 3 centers right now that are rotating in there playing really well. The tackles are doing a really nice job. We do have competition at the right tackle, E. Harris and Shaq. And E. Harris has gained weight. He's much stronger and more physical than he was a year ago. Kobe and Blackstock at the right guard are in good competition. It'll be fun to watch and see how that plays out. And then I feel really steady about our left side with Junior and Corey over there. So Corey's a really, really good football player, and Junior's at the right spot. It's been fun to watch.
Bart, your thoughts on Coach Petrino joining the Kool-Aid Corner over here?
Hey, look.
Hey, I heard words like strong and steady.
You know, the one thing
way
that I will say
Bobby
about
Petrino knows what it takes to have a good offensive line in the SEC. That he's lived it. He's been through it. He knows what it takes. He knows what it looks like, right?
When Petrino was a head coach, I mean, he was not one to say, "Hey, we're pretty good," if he didn't feel like they were pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really changed. I don't think he'd be saying these things
agree.
unless he meant them.
I agree.
I've never known him to sugarcoat stuff.
I think Bart's coming around.
Yeah.
I just think it's happened.
the
I think you're in.
You're breaking me down.
I think you're. How many wins?
Bart's going to
How
have
many
a
wins?
Kool-Aid stand set up
How
on
many
his
wins? You at
desk
8?
over there by the end of the show.
Are you at 8 wins yet?
No.
How many wins are you at?
Whatever.
Way up to 7? Way up to 7?
No, I'm
7?
I'm wherever I was a couple of weeks ago.
Play
Like when
another
I filled
Petrino
out-
cut. That'll be worth a win.
The
Come on,
schedule
play
is
it.
brutal.
There we go. Monte Harrison.
Monte's a different guy. One of the things that showed up with him is the testing from summer. When you look at his height, weight, speed, vertical jump, all of these things are off the charts for a receiver, and you go, man, we got to get this guy the ball. So we made a conscious effort at doing it, and he's responded great to it. You know, he had the most yards receiving in the scrimmage the other day and made 2 really good catches and runs after the catch.
Feed
So
the
that was really good to see with him.
Bart, get out of that Phil Steele magazine.
That's right.
And get over here in Kool-Aid Corner. We're giving you the goods over here. That stuff's old. This is new. The coach,
It's already dated.
the offensive coordinator, Bobby Petrino. Bobby freaking Petrino, Bart. He's giving you all the info, all your doubts, all your fears. He's telling you. Bart,
Is Arkansas better
Bart,
than Ole Miss?
I got this.
Is Arkansas better than Notre Dame? Is Arkansas better than Tennessee, A&M, Auburn, Mississippi State, LSU, Texas, Missouri? They may well be better than they were last year.
Some of the answers there,
Yeah,
yes.
well, sure. They may well be better than they were last year. I hope they win every single game they play from now until the end of
Hope's
time.
not a strategy, Bart.
I understand that.
Kool-Aid Corner is a strategy.
That's like saying, I'll be rooting for him. I'll be rooting for him.
That's literally
No,
the
it's
same
not.
thing,
It's
though.
different. I promise. I promise it's different.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
Know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just going to have to go today. You're just going to have to. Today is going to
That's
be
what I
maybe
told myself.
one of those days you're just going to have to go, and you'll be glad you did.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
These texts, man. We are getting texts from all over
it's
the state.
awesome.
Jacob in Farmington, you broke Bart down like an Amazon Prime box.
Wow. That's some breaking down right there. That's good.
Jared from Hardy. Bart's being a realist this morning and not drinking Bo's Kool-Aid. We appreciate it. Let me
Go,
ask you a
Bart,
question.
go.
What does Jared appreciate about it? What is with the appreciation of I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid?
Well,
I'm not saying they're going to be terrible.
Anthony and Imboden. Now, this is kind of ASU country. Says we wouldn't get 7 wins if we played A-State all 12 games.
Oh, well, that's
are you
not
insane?
True. That's just not true.
This is a great like psychology study. What we need to do is we need to bring a psychologist in, and we need to have them interpret text. Like, what do they really mean?
Not a sports psychologist, just
yeah. What is so? I'm going to say,
regular
what does this
psychologist.
person really mean? But no, they have a knowledge of sports,
right?
But it's just a regular psychologist. It's a regular one.
Just a regular psychologist, a non-sports fan psychologist.
Just want a regular one. Can we just get a regular one?
Just bring us a regular old psychologist in here. We don't need a sports psychologist, just a regular.
Are you a regular psychologist, or are you one of those other guys?
We don't want a specialized psychologist.
Gentle Ben, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, as usual, I haven't listened to the whole show or anything.
Well, you've
but
missed a lot, Ben.
Gosh dang, Ben.
Yes, I can tell. Just the short time I've been on, I really, got me even more. I didn't think I could get any more excited this morning. I already been, but y'all did it. Y'all done it,
Yes.
and the people that's called in, all that stuff,
Yes.
But anyway, I was just all this fits what's happening this morning, since we don't know what's going to happen or what we got or what they got or whatever, but we just know that we're not paid as much to our players as other teams' players are getting paid. And usually the best players kind of end up being where the most money was paid them. It don't happen every time, but just kind of like in everyday living business world, people want to go where they can make the most money and love their job, but they love it more if they get paid more, But I'm just saying that, it reminded me of when Houston Nutt, his first year here, Hootie, he was going around, doing his, talking and everything, and he even had different stories for each different Razorback club, and one time a guy, a big Razorback fan, took his buddy to try to get a big donation out of him, and everything, so Hootie there did his job, and after the deal was over, he said, "Hey man, does that make you want to, give a great big donation?" He said, "Give a great big donation." He said, "I want to go out and hit somebody."
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I'm feeling this morning.
Well, who you gonna hit, Ben?
All them teams that. Bart thought that we wouldn't stand a chance to win. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going
Bart's
over
a
the
dark
hill.
clouder.
I'm not going over. I'm not going over the hill. But I think we're going to beat all of them great teams. That's going to probably be in the top 10 or whatever, or top 5 or whatever. But I do know, like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe I heard anybody saying they thought we would beat Tennessee when we beat Tennessee last year, and they were ranked number 1.
That's right, Ben. You're exactly right. They're going to win some games, Ben. But I know in spite of how some people feel and to the angst and the frustration of these non-Kool-Aid drinkers, they're going to win some games this year. I don't know how many. They're going to win some games. Okay? Just letting you know, putting you on notice. All these people that don't want to drink any Kool-Aid, honestly, here's the Kool-Aid this morning in Kool-Aid Corner. It's just they're going to be better than they were last year. That's the Kool-Aid I'm pouring. That's the Kool-Aid I'm pouring. And Bart tried to get on the other side of this, and I I gave him some of this elixir, man. It's called real talk, this is real
Well-
conversation we had. It wasn't anything fake about it. There wasn't any pulling the wool over your eyes. And I finally got you to this point. And we started way over here. And I'm going to come back now. Okay. We've talked about this. Bart, is the offensive line going to be better than it was last year?
Sure.
See?
Ben's call is the
We came a
perfect
long way,
example
baby.
Of if you say one good thing about them, you're saying they're going to go 12-0.
Yeah.
If you say
No.
one bad thing about they're not even going to win a game. Bart says they're not going to win a game.
Which I clearly did not say.
If somebody,
I
if
just
somebody
asked the
wants to believe that,
question.
if somebody wants to believe they're going to go 12-0, you know what? That's fine. Believe that. Have at it. Well, I'm not trying to tell you that, but if that's what you believe, and if you think they're going to go 0-12, you can believe that. The thing is, I don't really think you believe that. I just find it hilarious that people act like I can't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm too smart for that. What does that even mean? What is that? Oh, I'm a realist. These are all predictions.
And furthermore, why would Bobby Petrino, in a 27-minute gathering with the press, spend that time trying to fool you? I mean, seriously. I'm way too smart to believe that. Well, why do you think he's
they're trying to sell tickets,
Well,
Chuck.
I mean, they've already sold a good number of tickets, and I don't think, that an extra few here at the end is going to tip the scales,
I don't think
frankly.
that's in his contract.
I
don't think ticket sales are in there.
But it's like, why would he get up there after practice and lie to you? Why would he do that? I mean, now look, you may not think they're going to win X number of games, but let's not sit here and don't make yourself out to be smart, because I'm not buying into what that Petrino fella said.
I'm not falling for that. All right, we'll get back to Kool-Aid Corner. You're welcome to join in. Have a sip or pour it out.
Michael in Huntsville wants to know where the line is for the Kool-Aid keg stands.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
Kool-Aid kegger, baby.
I'll tell you what. We are forming the line now, and you can get on the wait list. And we got a 20-minute wait going right now. 877-377-6963. Hey, have you had a roof issue come up over the summer? Maybe it's the heat, the sun, the sudden storms. Teamwork Roofing and Construction knows your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Commercial or residential, their expert team delivers top-quality roofing and construction services all across Arkansas. Actually, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Tennessee, too. They use only the best materials. They have the best people. And I can tell you from experience, there's nobody better to deal with. They treat every project like it's their own. Visit their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamworkbuilt.com. Or find Teamwork Roofing on Facebook and check out the videos and pictures of a job well done. Teamwork Roofing, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. That's just flat out wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Goals is to take Chuck out and make him uncomfortable in public settings.
You're
Just get
assuming
him
you have it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I love what we've got going this morning. I've just decided, like, I'm not going to.
You're not going to hide
anymore.
anymore.
Let these Debbie Downers, rob me of the Kool-Aid. I like the Kool-Aid. I'm going to drink as much as I want.
Tropical
I'm going to
punch.
share with others. Hey, what is your favorite?
Tropical punch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Tropical punch. It's hard to beat tropical punch
This
Kool-Aid.
is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah. Kool-Aid here, bringing you fun.
Yeah, that's it right there. By the way, does Crystal Light, does that count as adult Kool-Aid? Can we go with that?
Well, I guess.
I think Crystal Light's a really good
I think
lemonade.
Crystal Light's good. I like a good Crystal Light as much as anyone.
Hey, have you been to Oaklawn lately? If you haven't been to Oaklawn lately, you haven't been there. Well, if they haven't, what's that, Bart?
Bart got tickled.
I like a good Crystal Light as much as anyone.
Well, I mean, I do.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
Chuck, when's the last time you had Crystal Light?
A couple of days ago.
Yeah. That's what do you think he drinks at night? Beer? And he's sitting in that recliner contemplating life for the show tomorrow?
Straight
He's
whiskey.
drinking Crystal Light.
Straight whiskey.
Anyhow, if you haven't been to Oaklawn lately, they've got another Boats and Bucks giveaway that you can earn entries when you play at the casino through August 31st. You could win a 2025 Icon Bass Boat from Future Marine. And free play. Reel in 5X entries on Mondays and 20 times entries on Saturdays, August 30th. Also, don't forget about Oaklawn Sports app. If you're looking to play some games this year, we've got college football futures already up there, lots of prop stuff. Download the Oaklawn Sports app.
New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. We got a big announcement we made yesterday about a
saw
new
that.
media company that's going to cover high school sports in our area.
That's
Alyssa
gonna be
Orange
great.
will join us to talk about it next hour at some point. In the meantime, more Kool-Aid.
All right, guys, you hear us talk about the Sweat 'Em Edge on the Chuck and Bo Show. You've got your summer lineup set, but what about your skincare? Sun, sweat, and all that time outside takes a toll. Hit up the spa at Sweat 'Em Cosmetic Surgery for a facial or sun damage repair. It's not just for the ladies, guys. Call 479-966-4174. Again, that's 479-966-4174 and get your skin in the game.
As a play-by-play announcer, my eyes are everything. I need to see every detail on the field to call the game the right way. So when cataract started affecting my vision, I knew I couldn't wait. I went to Dr. Betts and the team at McDonald Eye Associates. And truthfully, I wish I'd done it years ago. The difference is incredible. The whole experience was professional, easy, and honestly life-changing. If your vision's holding you back, take it from me. Don't put it off any longer. Schedule your appointment with McDonald Eye Associates today.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You've been promised and promised and promised. And you show up, and it's just never true. You thought that about your marriage. You thought that about your vacation. You thought that about your kid. You're so disappointed in everybody. And you're like, dang it, I just can't do this football thing anymore where people tell me that they might win 7 games. I can't let my heart be broken again.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
It's a Kool-Aid Wednesday, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kool-Aid
It's
Corner.
Kool-Aid Corner over here with
10 cents.
Your host, Bo. I'm here, and I'm happy about it. And I've just decided that I'm
set up a Kool-Aid
just
stand.
going to go with it. I'm
We're
just
going
gonna-
with a full-fledged Kool-Aid
And-
stand.
And by the way, there's a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but I really do believe they're going to be better. I don't ever know how many games they're going to win. I mean, predictions are just like
They make fools of us
They
all.
do. We say that, and it's true. But I laugh at the people who take pride in not drinking the Kool-Aid, as though if they take a sip off, the idea that Arkansas is going to be better, they're going to die.
It's beneath them.
Right.
It's beneath them.
And the pride that comes with puffing out your chest, I'm not buying that. When Petrino gets up and tells you that he likes his guys on offense yesterday. Somebody sent in a text, show me a coach that has said that his team sucks in the preseason. There's a difference between nobody's going to say that. But if you have listened to thousands of press conferences, as I have, and as Chuck has, and as Bart has, and as Edward is fast approaching, if he hasn't heard that many already, you can tell when somebody actually thinks they're pretty good or they're better, and you can tell when maybe they're not willing to say a whole lot, and there's a lot to figure out. And the schedule's brutal, obviously, but I do think so. So this all came about today for 2 reasons, because I got excited about Petrino's comments yesterday, and we'll play some of them again because I think they're good. But then the other thing was we had Dari on in the first hour, and I was wondering who, and we keep asking, who's going to be a surprise team this year, right, in the SEC? And a lot of national media people are talking about Oklahoma. And part of it's their schedule. And then the first part of their schedule is it looks like they can navigate that maybe, but the back end gets tough. And then I start thinking about Arkansas, and Arkansas being a surprise team. And one of the reasons they can be is because they have so many players, nobody knows who they are. And if those players actually end up being good, that's the perfect recipe to really surprise a lot of people. Now, if they end up not being good, then that's not going to happen. But having seen them a little bit of practice this fall and having heard the coaches talk about them, and then pointing to areas like the offensive line that I clearly think are going to be better, there's a chance that could happen.
Well,
it could surprise people.
I've been around Petrino enough that if he says a guy's good, I believe him. If he says a guy's not good, I believe that too. I trust his judgment on that. And again, there's no reason for him to get on there and say, I like this player. Mike Washington reminds me of Niall Davis. He said Niall Davis 2 or 3 times. If he didn't think Mike Washington could be Niall Davis, well, he just wouldn't bring Niall Davis' name up. He says, I think Mike Washington could be good. He didn't, there's no reason for him to bring out Niall Davis unless he actually believes that. Now, look, there are going to be times in a season when a coach is going to say, we got to get better here, we got to get better here, we got to get better here. Sometimes they're talking to those players. They're talking to the players, basically, in the press conference. And you always have to know and always have to think about who's this guy talking to. But when Petrino says a guy's going to be okay, I tend to believe him. I mean, he hadn't missed on a lot of guys. What's going on over there? I mean, I realize what I'm saying is really boring.
No,
but,
it's multitasking.
What are you doing?
Well, I was trying to staple something, and it's out of staples.
Ah.
And so what you heard was a dry fire of the stapler.
Doing that 5 times is not going to make a staple appear.
Well, it puts marks on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm sorry, Chuck.
No.
Do it again.
I
Roll
don't
it out
even remember
again.
what I said. But I was spitballing
Let's
because I
listen.
knew you were
Let's
trying to
li-
staple something over there.
Here is Petrino talking about Mike Washington.
You get a running back that can take it the distance, so that was fun. You don't have to call so many plays when he can take it and go score. Flashes a Niall Davis out there faster than anybody else on the field, so that's fun. That's really enjoyable.
That's less plays you have to call when he can take it the distance. I mean, he also said, when you have a home run threat at running back, I mean, it's a game changer, and they think they have that. But he also said that he totally screwed up last year. Petrino said, I totally messed up when he transferred the first time. How did I not get this guy? I totally missed on him. He went from Buffalo to New Mexico State, and now he's back in the portal, and they got him this time, and they're like, we could have had him last year. That's how confident they are in this guy.
Well, the fact that he caught a pass the other day in the scrimmage and scored
like an 18-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that tells you there's guys that can, that's a guy that can score, with the ball as a receiver, as a running back.
Can he run the Ronnie Wingo wheel route?
I'll bet he can.
Remember that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Petrino loves good wheel route.
Oh, yeah. If you're not getting excited, you can join the Kool-Aid stand right over here. We'll get you. We got Bart going a little bit this morning.
Yeah, Bart can't decide. You're torn. I think it'd be fair to say.
He was neck deep in Phil Steele's magazine.
I know.
And then I just started giving him, the Kool-Aid.
Those magazines will ruin the whole thing for you. If you're not careful.
That's just, a little bit of that.
I think I hyped up the defense more than any single person has.
You did. You did. You did. And that guy.
And I would like some credit for that.
Well, I was trying to get you to take some sips off the offensive Kool-Aid, which I don't even think that's like a sell. Like just it's Kool-Aid. Have it. Tastes great. Look at that. Boom. Offense going to be great. They're going to be good. Going to be good on offense. And you, while stiff-arming the offensive Kool-Aid, started turning around and handing out your own lemon lime Kool-Aid about the defense.
Nobody's talking about the defense, man. And I think they're going to be a lot better than people are thinking. I think people are sleeping on the defense.
Starting with Cam Ball.
They've got size. Yeah.
Let's listen to T-Will this week.
Cam going to be, successful. He's going to play on Sundays. He's going to have probably a successful business or run some type of successful program or be in politics or something. I don't know. But he is a great human being. He lights up the room. It's hard to find, and that's something that needs to be celebrated. He is a Arkansas man. He stayed here, didn't leave. People was coming at him with a lot of money, and he stayed here. So when you're talking about, he's going to be a guy that could come back to football games, and people going to know who he is. He could be able to bring his kids here. It means something because he stuck it out. This year 5 is unheard of. So he's a guy that's embraced the state. He's a guy that loves the state. He's an unbelievable human being. I could go on and on about Cam. He's unbelievable.
He could have been talking about Bart. I mean, at first when he was talking there, I thought he was talking about Bart. But then he said Cam, and well, he's talking about Cam Ball. Well, I was fooled at first. I was.
No, that's good. All those things can be said about Bart. Yeah. David's in Searcy. David, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, David.
Sure is good listening to you again. It's a joy every morning. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
There's no doubt. Everybody understands. Anybody with any common knowledge or sense understands this football team is better than last year's football team.
Attaboy.
We have more good receivers than we had last year.
Yes, sir.
Sure, we had the number one receiver. Doesn't matter. We have 5 or 6 totally capable of coming in and playing and producing. Just like Mr. Sterner said a couple last year, it takes 2 years to learn the system. He has learned the system. If he gets hurt, we got a guy that can come in and start drilling the football. We've already seen it. It's not like, oh, me, he's hurt. The number 2 is capable. He can do the job. We have a left tackle that gave up 1 sack last year where he played. 1 sack? Are you kidding me? On rainy fields and everything, I would have at least slipped and fell when the ball was snapped 5 or 6 times in the season. 1 sack is incredible. At center, the coach says we got 3 guys that can play center. He did not say we have 3 guys he could put at center. He said, I have 3 guys that can play that position, 2 behind Mr. Kittler. Okay? Right guard and left guard's coming along. They're having some real battles from guys that can actually play football. It's looking good.
Yeah.
So what boils down to having an exceptional season? Can the linebackers cover the tight end coming across the middle? Can the safety and the cornerback not cover the same guy and leave some guy streaking down the field? If this defense can hold their end up, if they can be 7th, 8th, or even 9th in the league in passing, we could win 9 games. And that's just the way it is. Thanks a lot, guys.
Cue the fight song.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel like I don't smoke, so I'll say that. I feel like I could go have a cigarette, and David could just he could sit in the Kool-Aid stand for me.
If you needed to take a
If I needed
break,
to take
he
a
would be
break.
a worthy
Yeah,
replacement
take a
for a
smoke
little
break.
while. Yeah. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right.
Can we get the fight song loaded up here? I mean, that's the only thing missing. Hey, y'all want to call the Hawks?
Let's stand up. Oh, that's funny. That's yeah,
Get
that's
Gentle Ben
good.
to lead us.
Hey, Gentle Ben's a one-man gang.
Oh, man.
Hey, let me talk about WT Equipment before we go to the break here. They're a family-owned, locally operated dealership. They've got 8 locations across Arkansas. Now, it might be your farm, might be you're managing a job site, or you might just need to take care of your own land. You've got work to do. WT Equipment has the tools to get it done, and I'm talking trusted brands, Steel, the legendary Bobcat, New Holland, Hustler, and they've got an expert staff as well. They'll help you find exactly what you need, and their commitment to service runs deep, just like their Arkansas roots. So if you're looking for dependable equipment and folks who treat you like family, stop by your nearest WT Equipment location or visit WTEquip.com and get to work.
8:14. I want to see you and Bart in the old 3-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Summer storms and heavy rains can sneak up fast, so make sure your gutters are ready to handle it all. Hog Trough Gutters, locally owned and operated with 30 years of experience, installs seamless gutters made on site to protect your home. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job is hydro tested, and each one comes with a 20-year warranty. Proudly serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. And if you're outside those areas, just give them a call or a text. Schedule your free inspection today at hoggutters.com.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal price check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here. And there.
Just
let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh man, I got revved up.
I know you did. Both of you did.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get revved up on something different than
you
that
guys
segment.
got so fired up, I started sweating. And I wasn't doing anything that segment.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I have had a couple of those moments today. We have gone hard today. This has been fun.
This has been some real football talk.
It's been good, man. If you miss any of the show, you can catch it on demand via YouTube or wherever you get podcasts. How quickly do those come out? People are like clamoring on the text line that they need to be out earlier.
Instantaneous.
It's what?
Instantaneous.
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 You sound like me. You sound like me just slobbering at instantaneous. Yeah. We got YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you want to catch the show. And it streams live on YouTube, much to the happiness of Sam in Fayetteville. Sam, thanks for following us on YouTube daily, and we love hearing from you daily on YouTube. If you want to be like Sam, just follow us on YouTube. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. You can watch the Chuck and Bo Show on YouTube. Hey, it's Wind Down Wednesday at Macadoodles, and you know what that means by now, right? What's it mean, Chuck?
It's Wind Down Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's 50. Is it 15% off?
Every bottle of wine.
Yeah,
15% off.
And I don't even have the copy.
Even
in
if
front
it's
of me. How about that?
Yeah, it's the best selection you're going to find anywhere. The best customer service, which is the best part of any experience at Macadoodles. The customer service is something you'll never forget. The store smells good. Like you walk in, it's got a great ambiance to it. The environment, the vibe in there is awesome. But then they're going to take you around the store and help you pick out everything you want, whether it's a price range or a particular thing you're looking for. But today is the day to get wine because it's 15% off every bottle of wine, even if it's already on sale. Wine tasting, 7A to close every night, open to close 7 days a week. Macadoodles is just north of the state line, just north of Bella Vista, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. Guess Who in Bentonville, all the same qualities you get at Macadoodle. So what are we watching besides the Chuck and Bo Show on YouTube?
Well, we've got more preseason NFL tomorrow night. The Titans and the Falcons at 6 on the NFL Network. And then Edwards Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks.
Go Chiefs.
9 o'clock. Also
kingdom.
on the NFL
kingdom.
Network. Probably see a lot of Drew Lock in that game, former Missouri quarterback.
So let's ask this question. Speaking of the Chiefs, was there a big Chief moment on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights? What happened, Bart?
Well, it
Was your girl on there?
The podcast doesn't come out until this evening.
But she's
Well,
on.
they're teasing the heck out of it.
Yeah. So what Chuck's referring to, Taylor Swift does make an
Well,
appearance.
if you haven't heard.
on this episode of the podcast, and she has announced her latest album coming out. Well, we don't know when exactly it's coming out. I'm assuming we'll find that out this evening. But they've been teasing it on
What a
social
moment.
media.
Jeez. What
throughout
time?
the week.
What-
People are saying
what to watch?
it might become one of the most most viewed, most listened to episodes of a podcast of all
Now,
time.
Because of Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Now, Chuck, I have a question.
All right.
Did we just do the What to Watch segment?
Yeah.
And did Bart mention that? Did I have to do a follow-up?
You did.
For the biggest news
You did.
in all of pop culture and
Well,
sports?
he wanted you to drag it out of him.
Yeah, well, that was...
He wanted his moment.
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
Yeah. So she's got a new album announcement. And all. Tell us more about Taylor Swift. I don't know. There's got to be more. What else would you like to say? Or how excited are you?
I'm fired up to hear some new music. Yeah.
Yeah. But are you going to be on the podcast? Are you going to be watching all over
I'll be watching it tonight. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever watched it before?
Yes.
Do you watch it on your big screen at home?
I will for this one since it's like a prime time
Since
release.
Taylor's
like
on it?
I'm not listening to it in the car or anything like
Will
that.
you get like some wings and just plop down on the couch and just?
I don't
is
know.
This,
I
is
don't
this
know
a whole
about
thing?
wings. I don't know about wings, but I mean, I might cook something up. Or,
Special outfit?
No.
What have you been cooking? What have you been cooking lately, Bart?
Well, I've been using my this year I got a smoker and I got a flat top, and so I've been doing a lot of stuff on those, like flank steaks, stuff like that, ribs, wings. I've been smoking some wings on the Traeger, so that's.
Lots of
always been a
times
good
when
call.
people like grill and smoke things at home, they bring it to work the next day.
Right.
I mean, lots of people do that.
They do. That is something people do. By the way, you haven't done that in a long. No cookies, nothing. There's been nothing out of you. Nothing. And you're cooking for one person, man.
Yeah.
I know you have leftovers.
Yeah, I eat them the rest of the week. It's great.
Are you meal prepping now?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not. I'm
doing
not
that?
exactly meal prepping, but like I like to cook a lot of food and then eat that over the course of the week. But I like
that sounds like meal prepping.
I like
That's
to
like
do.
the definition.
No, I don't. I don't like prepare
You don't
anything.
write it
though.
out.
No, but I like to I'll do chicken on the flat top or something that I can use in a bunch of different things. Like maybe I'll make tacos one night, or maybe I'll do some sort of.
Do you date your
We don't need to hear
leftovers? Do you
anymore
like
about
write
it.
down the date on there? Some people do that.
We don't need to hear any more about it. Just bring some food to Chuck.
Yeah,
Can you
really.
just
Bring some
Chuck
breakfast.
Can you start cooking for Chuck?
Would you mind?
Grilling for
Yes,
Chuck?
I
Just
would
doing some
mind.
things for Chuck. Do some things for Chuck.
Well, I've got a story here that this is for Chuck.
Well, hold on. We're going to take Cecil's call first. Okay. By the way, there's a very important question on the text line that I really want to answer. Cecil and Fort Smith. We'll get to that. Cecil, good morning. Cecil,
morning,
what's
fellas.
happening?
Oh, I just want to say, hey, I definitely follow y'all every day. Been doing it ever since y'all been back. I appreciate y'all. I just really appreciate y'all. Y'all don't even know how much I appreciate y'all. But
Oh, man.
I
Thank you.
appreciate y'all.
We appreciate
I just
you,
want y'all
man.
to know that.
We
'Cause,
appreciate you.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all are the commentators, of Arkansas, man. And, y'all, we have like 700,000 listeners per day. That's great, man. That's why I got my commercials on there. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, fellas, it's kind of really hard to predict what is really going to happen in football because of the portal. I mean, we talking about a lot of stuff here, and I'm praying that we win 10 games. I'm praying that we go to a BCS bowl or we get in the playoffs. I'm praying for that. You just don't never know. It could really happen. We just don't know. We just got to wait and see, man. I'm sure we've gotten better. I don't know how much better. We had a good team last year. We just shot ourselves in the foot several times. The only games I can say, the home games that I did go to, which was all of them, and I watched it, we just got outmanned against Ole Miss and LSU. All the rest of the games was winnable. But, and then I got a question for all of y'all. Boy, especially you, boy, because I know you go to the situation room and handle it. What teams do they have way up there, because there's always a bust, like Oklahoma State was a bust last year. So what teams do you think that will be a bust or a failure, and what teams that they're not talking about is going to do great? And I'm going to hang up, and y'all have a blessed day.
You have a blessed day, Cecil. Thank you. Bart?
It's a great question. I'll start with Michigan.
Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. This is just calling out for it.
Michigan, I think, is going to be a team that is nowhere near as good as people make them out to be. I don't think they have a good coach. They do not have a quarterback as of right now. I know they paid $15 million or
Can't
whatever.
coach, no quarterback.
I don't believe. Now, that's not top 10 team. Again, they're number 14. If you're looking at the top 10, I think Clemson's overrated at number 4. I don't think they're going to be bad. I don't think they're going to be the 4th best team in the country.
Are they going to beat LSU?
Well, probably so.
Okay.
But that's a Brian Kelly thing.
Okay.
A team.
So
a team to
LSU's
watch-
overrated then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is LSU one? Are you calling on that as overrated?
Yes.
Okay.
A team outside the top 25 to watch, I think, this year is Pittsburgh.
The Pitt Panthers.
I think the Pitt Panthers, this might be one of those years where Narduzzi has a 9-10 win team that can challenge.
Don't get
for
off.
a-
Don't be giving us surprise teams. Give us the teams that are going to be failures.
Well, Cecil asked for.
Did he ask?
No,
you?
he did at the end.
Okay.
Just to
All
make
right.
it fair.
Okay.
Just to make it
Okay,
fair.
my bad.
So Pitt, they good quarterback, really good running back, great defense, as they often do. I think Pitt's going to have a good year and could surprise and maybe even challenge for a spot in the playoff.
Wow, that's a mouthful, Bart.
Yeah, I think you know what I think. I think virtually every one of these teams up here inside the top 10 are going to disappoint people
In some way, shape,
No,
or
I
form.
really do. I don't know if anybody goes undefeated.
There's
Maybe
136 division,
Texas.
136 Division I teams. 12 of them are going to the playoff. By my math, that means 124 fan bases are going to be mad at the end.
I
of the
forgot. I
That's some
did.
good
I did
math.
forget one team that I want to mention. Georgia Tech is another one.
They are going to surprise people.
I think they're going to surprise people. I actually personally have a futures bet on them to make the college football playoff.
So did you get
what
me
kind
in
of
on
numbers did you get on that?
I can't remember,
But it was good.
It was a lot of money,
Yeah,
Charlie.
it was good.
It was
life-changing money.
It was value.
A lot
I
of
got you.
money. It's
Value.
enough. It's enough to celebrate with a flight by Yingling.
Yeah.
95 calories, tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer, a superior light beer, the next generation of light beer. Alyssa Orange is going to join us coming up. You want to save your Florida man story for a little bit later?
Yeah, we can do it last
Okay,
segment.
we're going to talk about Varsity Vibe, the newest thing in high school sports that's going to change the world. It's starting right here in Arkansas. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
tell you one thing, but listen, what a great show you. The best sports show in the state is, no doubt, the Chuck and Bo Show. No doubt about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, I want to kind of make an announcement here, Chuck. And this was going to come maybe a year ago until you called me and said, "Hey, man, let's do a radio show." And so that was it. That was a year ago.
This would have happened a year ago if
Yeah.
it wasn't for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're trying to say.
So my son played high school sports and just graduated high school, and I became really aware of the idea that we don't have enough high school sports coverage. Like, I couldn't find scores. We couldn't find recaps. You know, sometimes you get a preview of a game, and we've just got, too many communities that have great high school stories. And I thought, we're going to do something about that. And so I wanted to create a company that covered high school sports, a media outlet, where you could have video and audio podcasts, you have social media streams going all the time, score graphics, all the stuff, where you got one spot you can go for high school sports coverage. So here we are a year later, and we've brought in Alyssa Orange, who is our sports director for this new high school sports company called Varsity Vibe. And here she is, Alyssa Orange, in studio with us today.
What a moment.
Welcome. I want to thank Bridges Therapy Group, who helps with sports training and recovery, btgpeds.com. btgpeds.com is the easy way to maybe remember it, or you could just Google it. As one of our founding advertising partners, and Quick Turf for helping us get Varsity Vibe started, which will launch Monday. Alyssa, welcome into the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, great to be here.
And
Great to be in the seat here.
You've been telling
You're in
sports
Bart's-
stories
Bart's chair.
in Arkansas for a long time now.
Yeah.
And this is a different deal. I want to hear what you're looking forward to about it and what it's going to be. I'm excited because I think when we have good media, when we have media like disseminating information, telling people stories, getting to know coaches, athletes, communities, that it is an amenity that makes our community a better place to live. And I really believe that, unlike the Chuck and Bo Show, that's going to be what this is. We're going to make our place a better place to live.
It's all on you, Alyssa. We've not been able to pull it off.
I appreciate the trust you guys have in me. I also appreciate, hey, Chuck, thank you, because this year that he had to wait, that's why he got to call me. So I appreciate it. It all worked out for all of us.
Yeah.
good.
But
Sometimes
it's
not
exciting.
our timing. It's divine
It
intervention.
is. It's the universe. It is. No, but we're excited. I mean, we've been really, the minute you came and said, hey, this is what we want to do, hard to pass up and hard to say no, because you're right. I think that there are so many stories, and we're finding this out in a very short amount of time, that need to be told. And there are coaches, communities, players, former athletes that have all these stories that we want to talk to, not only just get that information out there for you guys to find quickly, but also to tell these stories. I mean, here's an example, talking with Chad Harbison, who's the head coach over at Rogers, getting ready for the football season. And I just kind of asked him, like, what do you do to get ready? He's like, well, I'm a farmer. I own a farm. And I've been farming in my family for 125 years. Like, that's what I do. And so it's like, oh my gosh. So then we started talking about farming and how that's a part of, who he is outside of being a football coach. And you don't learn that stuff if you don't talk to these guys. And then you go over to Farmington and you talk to Coach Tommy Tice, who is such a legend in the state of Arkansas, and what he did last year at Farmington coming out of retirement. And he's got stories for days. I think we talked for 30 minutes yesterday just about those stories and what he's doing at Farmington. And that's just a little glimpse of what we're doing and things that we've already started to get rolling, and we're excited to see how this all kind of grows, not only with the podcast but also on social media and the newsletter we're doing.
You can follow Varsity Vibe AR on social media, and I would advise you to go there, because beginning Monday it's going to be 24/7 nonstop storytelling, information, all the things as a high school parent or anybody interested in the high school community, Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and other parts of Arkansas, but with a focus on Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley to begin with. You mentioned podcasts. Just walk us through, like, how many podcasts a week, the newsletter, what's that like? and I mentioned social media.
Yeah. So the podcast stuff, we're going to have 2 separate podcasts of sorts. We're going to have a daily. So every day you're going to have a little mini podcast of sorts, probably about 15 minutes. That's just going to give you what you need to know, maybe an interview here and there, just some informational, here's what's going on today, with some fun stuff sprinkled in there. And then we're going to have 2 podcasts throughout the week. So one will debut on Tuesday, one will debut on Friday, and that's going to be the more long-form storytelling, informational stuff. We'll get into maybe some discussions on the football season and how things are shaping up in each division and all that kind of stuff. So 2 separate things. You can get your daily, pop it on while you're driving to work. Just here's what you need to know. Maybe get to know someone on your son or daughter's team or your granddaughter's team or something like that you don't know about, and then the longer form ones as well. So that's what our podcasts are going to do, and that is every day. Monday through Friday. We've got our social media, which will just have all the things with social, from videos to scores to information, all that stuff there. And then our newsletter that we're really excited. So between those 3 platforms, if you don't find something you need to know, we're not doing our job at Varsity Vibe.
Yeah, and you can go, is it varsityvibearkansas.com? Varsity Vibe, V-I-B-E. varsityvibearkansas.com. And sign up for the newsletter. Chuck, you should. It's free. We just need your email. I'm going to send it to you for free. Twice a week. What you get on what's going on in Arkansas high school. Teams of the week, players of the week, boys and girls every week. And this isn't just like football.
No. I mean, I went
to
Fayetteville. They have a girl on their team. And, of course, Fayetteville volleyball, for example, has had so much success under Jessica Phelan. And they've got a girl right now in Piper Beatty who is going to go to Missouri. They've won a state title, every year, 4 straight years until last year. I mean, there's so much history and so much talent over there just for volleyball. I mean, you look at Bentonville cross country. That's all they do is win over there. So we're excited to highlight all of them.
Yeah, we've had lots of conversations with coaches, ADs, the people in the high school community.
I would think they're excited about this.
Yeah, it's been needed for a long time, and I'm not taking away from anybody that's doing this now, whether it's the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette or Hooten's Football Magazine. We want to partner and work with everyone. The idea here is just to enhance coverage, just do more of it. And sometimes when you're a little bit of a smaller company and you're not some big corporation, you can do things like this and you build it from the ground up in a way that if you're a big corporation, you might not be able to because of all the other things that you got to do. But our community has grown, and our high school coverage has diminished from back, Chuck, when I started here in like 1998. And we had helicopters to games, and we do still a pretty good job of Friday night highlights of high school football. But there's just so much more to do with both football, basketball, and then all the other sports. And I think this is going to be an awesome, awesome thing for our communities. And I'm just really glad you're here, Alyssa, to sort of spearhead it. Yeah. The podcast will be on video and anywhere you get podcasts. So it'll be on YouTube and anywhere, you get podcasts, it'll be downloaded for audio as well.
Yeah, it will. And, to kind of take your point and hit it home here, I was doing some research. There were 30 state titles in Northwest Arkansas in the River Valley last year.
Wow.
30 state titles. How many? We might have heard about 4 of them, and so that's the thing. There is so much talent. There is so much success here. It's time to highlight it.
Well, we appreciate Bridges Therapy Group, Quick Turf for their help and support in getting this off the ground. I want to tell you that Bridges Therapy Group Sport Recovery and Development Program helps student athletes reach peak performance. Their team of physical therapists, athletic trainers, personal trainers creates individualized plans that improve speed, explosive power, agility, strength, and endurance. Just a few things they do there at Bridges Therapy Group. Alyssa, we look forward to hearing from you on occasion. Good luck with the launch on Monday. I want to thank Bart and Edward for all the production help that they've done. We've got a great team on this, and we're excited for the high school community. And can your first story be on my 14-year-old daughter who's in cheer in high school now?
Let's do it.
I'm just kidding. We can't do that.
No,
we can't. No, we're going to
Sorry,
save.
Lennox.
We'll
Sorry.
We'll put that.
It's high graduated. You just
exactly.
Sorry, Bo.
I do have a bunch of pictures on the fridge of Ty, because of his senior year, and she's like, "Your favorite? That's your favorite." And I'm like, "We'll get you covered. When you're a senior, we'll have pictures of you too." sweetheart.
Yeah.
You girls are kind of needy.
We
sometimes.
are needy.
Alyssa,
It's okay.
thank you. Alyssa
Yeah.
Orange, Varsity Vibe, AR on social, and then varsityvibearkansas.com. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, if you're struggling to get your Social Security disability, or you're buried in debt thinking about bankruptcy, don't wait. You need a legal team that knows how to fight for Arkansans.
That's why you can trust Cadell Reynolds. Bill Reynolds and his team know how to get results when it matters most. Whether it's personal injury, disability, or bankruptcy, they've got your back.
Dial 866-314-3728 or visit CadellReynolds.com today.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Hey, it's Bo, and for me, business comes down to working with people I like and can count on. And that's Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They do what they say, they're on time, and when they're done, it's like they were never there and you have a brand new roof. Built with expert craftsmanship and the best materials. When it comes to commercial or residential roofing, get the customer care Teamwork Roofing and Construction offers. Check them out on their Facebook page, Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Why deal with the stress of commercial travel when you can fly on your schedule with Jet Aircraft? No TSA lines, no baggage claim, no waiting around. Just you and your crew flying in comfort and style. Whether it's a weekend getaway, a golf trip, or planning your football travel for the fall, Jet makes it easy. Seats up to 9 with a full bar, custom catering, and plenty of space. Visit Jet NWA for pricing and more. That's Jet with 2 T's.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
how is Bo old enough to have a grandchild? That's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell him that, though, because his head might get too big.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, Bart's been sitting on a story.
It's a huge story, and he's been talking about it all
day
morning.
long. It's just, yeah.
So what's the story, Bart?
Well, this is from the archives. This is from several years ago. I found it.
A best of
and-
kinda?
Yeah, kind of a
An
best
oldie,
of an
but a
oldie but a
goodie.
goodie. I'll give you the headline, and the story is short, so I'm going to read the whole thing because there's just a lot going on here. The headline is Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven. Okay. A couple in Florida, Tito and Amanda Watts, were arrested.
You arrest the people that bought the tickets.
Were arrested
The
for
Reverend
selling
Tito.
golden tickets to heaven to hundreds of people.
Baby Billy.
They sold the tickets on the street.
Life got you feeling down. Baby Billy's Health Elixir will lift you up.
They sold the tickets on the street for $99.99 per ticket and sold hundreds of them.
Gosh, I want to meet these people that sold it to.
Yeah.
Told buyers the tickets were made from solid gold and that each ticket reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. Simply present the ticket at the pearly gates and you are in.
Listen, man, I have so many questions.
Well, you're going to have some more. Tito Watts said in his police statement, quote, I do not care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold, and it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and told me to sell them so I could get me some money to go to outer space. I met an alien named Stevie who said if I got the cash together, he would take me and my wife on his flying saucer to his planet that is made entirely of drugs. You should arrest Jesus because he is the one that gave me the golden tickets. I am willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up. In her police statement...
now we're into mental health.
In her police statement, Amanda Watts said, quote, we just wanted to leave Earth and go to space and do drugs. I did not do anything. Tito sold the golden tickets to heaven. I just watched. Police said they confiscated over $10,000 in cash, drug paraphernalia, and a baby alligator.
Well, it wouldn't be a party without a baby alligator.
So, like you said, this happened a while back.
Yeah.
Is there a follow-up story?
I do
Has
not
anybody
know.
done a follow-up story
I
here?
do not know. Let's
Listen,
Google Tito.
Honestly, you know
and
how we talk
Amanda
about how we talk about people are crazy. You know, we say things like that. It just didn't pass. Like, man, people are crazy.
Wow, the picture of these two is even better.
And then you get a story like this, Joe.
Yeah, you realize
something. Yeah,
you gotta Google. You gotta Google.
Mental
these
illness
people.
is real.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing, honestly, like that whole story about the whack job and the, meeting Jesus behind KFC and like he's going to set him up and wear a wire and all this stuff. Okay. Like that's all true. I believe that. I mean, like his, whoever he thought that was. What I don't understand are the people that bought the tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way, like, do you think it was, was it on Vivid Seats or what? Like, was this a SeatGeek?
$99.99.
They paid $100.
Yeah.
And you said hundreds of people.
Hundreds of people bought them.
We got to go find something to sell these people.
Yeah. Baby Billy's Health Elixir.
That's right.
Listen,
we need to take
I'm
some
not
health
selling.
elixir
I'm
down
not
there.
selling anything. I'm giving it away. But I'll be at Kool-Aid Corner again tomorrow if anybody's interested. I'm right here. We'll be right here
With a baby alligator.
on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hey, if you're having trouble with your gutters, don't forget about Hog Trough Gutters. HogGutters.com. Go to that website, take a picture of your issue, and send it to the number on that website. They are giving you a 20-year warranty. They've been doing it for over 30 years, and Hog Trough Gutters can help you. HogGutters.com.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.